Yeah, I know you're testing my memory, mate. Was I Yokohama or Celtic? I don't know.
Yeah, April 2021.
I was still Yokohama? Well, there you go, mate. I can't remember where I was. Fair reflection of where I'm at. Look, like I said, I think the biggest thing, and maybe it surprised some people, didn't surprise me, was I often think, like I said, these decisions are made in a room with some people who are fairly detached from what the real football world's about, and then they think it's a great idea, and then they walk outside that room, and they're faced with reality. And I think the one thing that whole period showed us was, I think, because we were just coming out of COVID, I think at the time as well, was that without the fans, you're struggling. You're struggling for anything, because it was still being shown on TV, but no one can tell me it was the same product. We were trying to artificially create atmospheres so that it felt like a real football game. So when people, it's kind of a throwaway term that without the fans, football is nothing. It does ring true in many respects. And I think before, well, you'd like to think that before they make any of these kind of decisions or ideas come up again, they get a better sort of feeling for what the people who are most important to the game feel, and not just the supporters, but even the players. I mean, that's my biggest concern at the moment, is just the saturation of product we have. Is it's going to deteriorate because we're putting so many demands on players. Ultimately, performances will suffer. Ultimately, you'll get more players missing out, because of injury or fatigue, and we keep coming up with competitions that we think are going to be great, for the most part, money spinners, which I understand because that's kind of what grows the game. But, if the punters don't like what they see and they don't turn up, it ain't going to work.
Sort of like commercialisation against tradition, and tradition's always going to win.
Well, it's not always going to win, is it? Because we know that, that's not how it works. And sometimes it does need to move on. The game needs to move on to keep up with pace. But I think, that you should test the temperature of the room before you make those kind of decisions. And I don't think they often that is taken into account. I think any idea that just comes down to numbers is in sort of in our game, where there is so much investment and emotional attachment, is always going to struggle to get up.
Just one more on that. Does it sort of make you feel a bit proud of the football fans the way they sort of showed their talent? Because it might have gone through if fans didn't show support.
Yeah, I don't know if proud, but I love the fact that proud of the people, mate. It's good, It's good that people still have a voice. It's what life's all about. So I thought it was great.
Just following on from what Kane was talking about, do you detect this? I think we can all feel almost like a fear in communities, football fans, that somehow the league's going to be taken away from them, everything's going to be broken and destroyed. And I do think there is that fear that money and powerful people might maybe try and keep forcing that. Do you sort of get that as well? Is that part of your thinking?
No, I don't think I'm as fatalistic as that. I think, because ultimately, if it's destroyed and broken, like I said, no one turns up, they're going to, people are going to find something else to do. So no, look, like I said, I'm not an expert on the subject, and I understand that sort of progress is inevitable one way or another as the game grows and the interest grows. But like I said, I think you've got to take all factors into account and not be dismissive of something that doesn't come down to just numbers.
Is it part of you sort of surprised that there's still factions within the game that are seemingly trying to drive this?
Nothing surprises me, mate. No, not in this world. No.
John?
Go back to the game. Do you feel you've had more adversity than they have? Just because they've had all their players and you've been able to galvanise the Enquiries against ones you haven't had all their players, and you probably
Yeah, I know.
10 goals because of it.
I think everyone thinks their own burden is greater than anyone else's, So we all, but you know, that's why I'm really respectful of every manager, because even the ones who you think, you know, have had things their own way, I'm sure they've got their own challenges. It's just, it's once you accept that and embrace that, you understand that that's part of your role, that irrespective of which football club you're at, what situation you're in, there are always going to be challenges. And some are seen, some are unseen, some people don't know about them. And if you clutch at those for a reason not to be successful, they'll always be there. But, you know, what I think what you need to do, and what I've always tried to do, I think what this, you know, the strong leaders do is that they don't use them as a clutch. And, you know, I'm not going to do that here. Like I said, we've had some adversity already this year. We had adversity before the season started. And in my mind, that shouldn't stop us from making the progress we need to make.
Surprised but not surprised that Everton did bounce back so strongly?
No, I mean, not surprised, but, you know, like I said, they've got a manager who's always up for a fight. He doesn't take easy jobs on, you know, that's for sure. And he's pretty good at you know, galvanising a group and not using excuses. And they've got some good players. You know, they've got some very good footballers. As you said, they haven't had too many injuries. They've got a couple now, but for the most part, they've been pretty consistent, and you know, that's why they're in the position they are.
Done.
Just a quick one.
Yeah.
Since we last spoke, Chris Davis has decided to stay, I think. Can you talk us through what he said to you and how big a boost that really is to you?
Yeah, look, I didn't have a massive discussion with him. Yeah, you know, Chris, you know, sort of decided that, you know, this is where he wants to be, and yeah, great for us. Like I said, he's been a real key contributor to what we're doing, and you know, he's part of what I think is a really exciting coaching group, because they're all sort of young guys who are really determined to kind of make an impact, and great for me. And yeah, but with all these things, you like I said before, you want the best people, and if you've got the best people, they're always going to attract attention from others, and it's always better if they come to the decision themselves to stay with us than us sort of force the issue. And you know, Chris kind of decided this is the place for him, and yeah, delighted to have him on board.
Okay, we'll finish at the back of the room.
I am just the back end. We're doing a feature on Australia's 2015 Asia Cup final victory. I just wanted to get your memories on that game. And obviously, Sonny played in that game for South Korea. Have you spoken to him much about the game since?
I've tried to, but he doesn't want to talk about it, mate. No, it was a great day for me personally, I guess, because I'm coaching my country. It's the first major trophy we'd won in kind of the men's game, and you know, it's significant. You know, it's equivalent, I guess, of winning the Euros. So yeah, special day, special game. There was a bit of drama in it. Sonny scored, so you know, that added a little bit of a twist, and yeah, only really fond memories of it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.